Assalamu alaikum students. Hope all you will be fine and safe. It's the third lecture of Mughal Dynasty 2 from page 102 to 112. Today I will discuss about Noor Jahan and Shah Jahan. Please do all the questions you can see on the screen. First of all, I'll tell you about Noor Jahan. Noor Jahan, the most important queen she was, and she spent most of the time out of Zenana. She had a great influence in Jahangir's life and reign. Her original name was Mehrunisa. Shah Jahan gave him name Noor Jahan, which means a light of the world. Soon she gained a lot of power, and her relatives were given high ranks in Jahangir's court. And her father, whose name was Etemad-ud-Daula, became Jahangir's minister. Now, if this was the introduction of Noor Jahan, and as I told you, her previous name was Mehrunisa, and Noor Jahan mean light of the world. And these are all the important points. And her father was Etemad-ud-Daula, which was given high rank in Jahangir's court, and Jahangir appointed him as a minister. And now let's talk about the Noor Jahan's interest. She loved paintings, and she was a patron of architecture. She helped Jahangir to design Persian garden. She also goes on hunting. Noor Jahan ruled Zenana and influenced women's taste in cosmetics, fashion, and art. And she was also interested in designing rugs, dresses, jewelries, perfumes, fabrics, and food. She also built many pleasure gardens, palaces, sarais throughout India to show her power. So in 1623, Noor Jahan built a mosque of Srinagar known as Patthar or Royal Mosque. She also built mausoleum for her father and Jahangir. And if we talk about her rule, last 11 years of Jahangir's life from 1616 to 1627, when Jahangir was ill, during this time Noor Jahan ruled. Noor Jahan was the only Mughal empress to have coins to be of her name. If we talk about like how Noor Jahan loses her power, so I'll tell you about that. Noor Jahan arranged for her daughter to marry Shahryar, youngest son of Jahangir. She hoped to put Shahryar on throne after Jahangir's death. As I told you, like Jahangir was ill, and she was taking care of the throne at that time, and she was the only Mughal empress to have coins to made of her name, and she wanted to marry her daughter with Shahryar, the youngest son of Jahangir, and she hoped to put Shahryar on the throne after Jahangir's death. In 1627, when Jahangir was returning from Kashmir to Lahore, he fell ill and died. His body was buried in Shadra. The mausoleum was built by Noor Jahan. After the death of Jahangir, Prince Khurram and his supporters were too clever that they arranged the death of Shahryar, and Khurram became the next emperor. Now Noor Jahan lost all his powers. She was given pension by Shah Jahan. She lived a simple life for 18 years, and Noor Jahan died in 1645. This was the end of Noor Jahan, and now Shah Jahan, which was also known as the Prince Khurram, became the emperor. And I'll give you the introduction of the Shah Jahan, Prince Khurram. He was exiled from Delhi. He went to live in Thatta when he become emperor in 1627. He ordered to build a mosque to thank the people of Thatta for helping him. This mosque is an important landmark these days, and it is also known as Shah Jahan Mosque. And it's a very beautiful mosque, and it is in Shah Jahani Mosque. It has gardens, and it is a good example of Mughal architecture style. It has 3 large domes and is decorated with glazed tiles in blue on white, yellow, or purple background. This was the architecture of Shah Jahani Mosque, and the use of the square, rectangulars, and hexagonal tiles represent the height of tile decoration in Sindh. This was about the Shah Jahani Mosque and about the architecture. It was being used, about the tiles, and now the most important thing, Shah Jahan Peacock Throne. It's very famous and popular, and I want to tell you about the Peacock Throne, how it looked like and how it was made. Shah Jahan means king of the world. His reign was most powerful, peaceful, and architecturally productive. Shah Jahan ordered craftsmen to make him a new throne, Peacock Throne. The peacock had been the sign of power in subcontinent for many centuries. And Peacock Throne's feature, 7 years it took to complete the throne. It was made of gold studded with jewels. Canopy was supported by the 12 pillars covered in emeralds. Inside was covered with emeralds, outside covered with the rubies and jewels. And it was worth 10 million rupees at that time. And throne became a symbol of the glory of Mughal rule and was kept in Red Fort at Delhi until it was stolen by Persians in 1739. It was stolen by Persians, and this was about the Peacock Throne, how it was made, and how expensive it was. And now I'll talk about the Shah Jahan's religious policy. Shah Jahan followed Islam more than closely than Jahangir. He reintroduced the celebrations of Islamic festivals, and he allowed pilgrims to visit Mecca and Medina. He built many new mosques, and this was the religious policy of Shah Jahan. Now I'll talk about Mumtaz Mahal, the next topic. Mumtaz Mahal was the niece of Noor Jahan, and Shah Jahan and Noor Jahan got married, and she even traveling with him on military campaigns. She was kind-hearted, and she always do charity, especially for orphans. She died in 1631 at age of 39. Shah Jahan was deeply upset of her. Shah Jahan really loves Mumtaz Mahal, and when she died, she got too much upset after her death. And what he did, he put on white mourning clothes, did not carry out any official duties for a week. And for 2 years, he gave up wearing expensive clothes, perfumes, and jewels. And he did not listen to music. He never married again. He built a famous mausoleum, Taj Mahal, for Mumtaz Mahal. This was the love of Shah Jahan for Mumtaz Mahal. And now I will tell you about Shah Jahan's son. The eldest and the favorite son was Dara Shikoh. The second was Prince Aurangzeb, and the two youngest were Shuja and Murad. Shah Jahan did not trust Aurangzeb. Why he did not trust Aurangzeb? Because on one occasion, Aurangzeb wanted to make money through sea trading. In 1652, Aurangzeb planned a new port at Kokaralo on Sindh port, but Aurangzeb enemies told Shah Jahan that the prince wanted to make money in order to rise up against him to take the throne. Shah Jahan asked him to explain his plans. Aurangzeb stopped building the port. In 1657, when Shah Jahan became ill and handed over the power to Dara Shikoh, the favorite son, but once again, Mughal fought over the throne. Each of Dara's younger brother raised armies to take the throne from Dara, but Aurangzeb defeated Dara and Murad in battle. Now it was the end of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan shut himself in Agra fort, surrounded by Aurangzeb army. Shah Jahan's eldest daughter, Jahan, looked after him, and in 1666, at the age of 74, Shah Jahan died. When he was on deathbed, Shah Jahan kept his eyes fixed on Taj Mahal, which he could see from his apartment. This was the end of Shah Jahan, and this was all the story about Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal, and about the religious policy, and about the sons of Shah Jahan, and how he captured all this, and how Shah Jahan died. This was the end of Shah Jahan. And student, now what you have to do, you have to do the given questions you can see on the screen, and you will read it by your own self from page number 108 to 1012. And you are doing well. And please highlight all the important points, and please do this work on your notebooks, and underline all the important points. Thank you so much.